position in American sports feels the pressure. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Running to the left. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. Touchdown, Rice. And Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Let's talk for just a minute about Rice. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go.
It's a seam wide open at the 30, the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Who gives a hoot? And the Owls, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Buys a little extra time. Finds space on the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Unloads quickly. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Running back searching for a hole. Touchdown, Owls! He shed tackles right and left and housed it. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Power football with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. At the 35, he's loose. Flying down the right side. Past the 10. Touchdown, Owls. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Right on the money. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Owls! And they take it in for 6. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Good gain on the return in this defense. Clock is wound down. Just over 20 seconds to go before the break. They'll have it 1st and 10. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Time to take a shot. Snags it on the right. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Under fire. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Complete to the right. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
And the D deny them on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
To the air on second down. Finds his tight end. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The Owls will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Zings it complete to the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Owls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The RPO, it's complete. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Let's see if Rice can get it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rice! And the punishment has been... Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He's open on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He turns that loose down the right side. Touchdown, Owls! And the route is on. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Motion from the wideout. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Got it set up on the outside. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep